All right, good evening, everyone. We're going to call this evening's business meeting to order for Monday, December 18th, 2023. And we're going to begin with saluting to the flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, Mr. Kaufman, could you please do roll call?
Ms. Hall,
Present.
Mr. Wright,
Here.
Ms. Richardson, is not present, Ms. Hopkins.
Here.
Mr. Tom,
Present.
Mr. Henry,
Present.
Ms. Ivory,
Present.
and Ms. Boykins is not present. Mr. Bangor. Not present, Ms. Wise. So you're on Zoom, but Ms. Ashley Green. And Ms. Fig.
Thank you, Mr. Kaufman. Okay, next we're going to go to our oath of office to our recently elected school board director. Surprise. All right, what's going on? I got it too. Is this one?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Absolutely.
You get Mr. Wright.
Good evening.
All right. Right. Okay. All right. So the oath of office as school board director, I, Robert E. Wright Sr.,
I, Robert E. Wright Sr.,
do solemnly affirm that I will support,
solemnly affirm that I will support
obey, and defend
and obey and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and that I will discharge
as I will discharge
the duties of my office with fidelity.
the duties of my office by fidelity.
Congratulations, Mr. Wright.
Oh, how nice. We love a good thing. I'm back, people.
All right, moving on. There are no comments and announcements by the board president for this evening. Moving on to our superintendent's report, Dr. Beekos.
Good evening, everyone. If someone could please give me screen sharing access. I recently had it, but it looks like it's been taken away. Or either you can put the thank you. I appreciate it so much.
Turn the volume up.
Just want to confirm, does everyone see the title page, Superintendent's Report, December the 18th, 2023? Thank you. We just have a few announcements today. I do want to give special thanks. Starting out with, again, our teachers and staff in our schools continue to access funding for various initiatives. So I do want to thank the East Lansdowne Elementary School, Ardmore Avenue Elementary, Walnut Street Elementary, Penwood Ninth Grade Academy, and Penwood Middle School for their efforts in obtaining dollars to support initiatives that ultimately support our students and our community. So thank you to those staff members listed here. You can see in some instances there is more than one project that is actually being funded. So thank you and congratulations to those teachers and staff members. This evening, I just have one announcement. I do really want to encourage our community to come out and to support our community conversations that we will have again around school safety. This will be the second round of conversations. I do appreciate everyone that came out for the first sessions that we held in October. We do take all of the information from those sessions to improve our actions. So you'll see that we have planned a session for Saturday, January the 27th at 11 o'clock at Penwood Middle School. And then there's another session on Monday, January the 29th at Penwood High School, Green Avenue campus. We will be sharing this information through Parent Square. We will also be sharing information on the school safety, I'll say protocols that we have in place, K through 12. That will be a document that we will give to our community via Parent Square and on our website. That will be a part of our discussion on both of these evenings. We want to make sure that we're hearing the voice of our community because we are serious about ensuring that our environments are safe for all students. So again, please share this information. We will be doing lots of reminders in January because we realize that after our holiday break, sometimes we forget. So if you could please put these dates on your calendar, it would be very, very helpful for us as we move forward. And then lastly, I just want to wish everyone a great winter break. I always tell people, please make sure that you spend time with your family because at the end of the day, that's what's most important. So please take time to enjoy your break and we look forward to seeing you when you come back next year. Madam Vice President, that concludes all of my comments for this evening.
Thank you, Dr. B. Coates. Okay. Can I have a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Can I have- All those in favor?
Aye.
Any against?
Yeah.
Can I have a motion to approve the business meeting for November 27th, 2023? Are there any comments or questions? Hearing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right. Can I have a motion to approve the minutes from the reorganization meeting held on December 4th, 2023?
So moved.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any against? Motion. Okay, next we'll have remarks by student representatives. First, Mr. Muhammad is not here this evening, so we're gonna go to our 11th grade representative, Ms. Jayla Wise.
Good evening, everyone. So really quickly, Muhammad actually did message me what he wanted to say for his part. So I'm going to read that first, and then I'm going to get into what I have to say. So Muhammad said that he won't be able to make it to the meeting tonight since he has work, but the updates on the lines for entering schools have been improved with the new security being added to the school and the other entrance being implemented during the entrance times. So he hopes that this cuts down on the lateness that's happening at our school. That's what he had to say. And for my part, there's nothing really to report other than I do want to thank Aramark for coming out and speaking to the junior class committee about a few things that we had questions about. That was something that I actually really appreciated, and it's kind of like bridging the gap between us with the communication aspect. And another thing I would like to thank our school for was the honor roll breakfast that we had this morning. I really liked it. I was there. It was for the distinguished honor roll students because our honors breakfast is tomorrow. The police, I think the police captain, I think he was there. It was extremely nice. I enjoyed it. So I have nothing but good things to report.
Thank you, Ms. Wise. All right, moving on to our 10th grade representative, Morgan Askew Green. Hello.
Like James said, the instance way has something that are going to become faster in the morning, so we're not losing as much time going out of those previous classes. I know breakfast, what we're gonna do this morning, enjoyed it, and thank you very much for coming out and speaking to us about changing and, you know, what we can improve with our meetings. But other than that, I don't have anything to report on. Thank you.
Okay, great. Thank you, Ms. Wise. I'm sorry, thank you, Ms. Green. I apologize. Okay, our ninth grade representative, Eli Faber. Good evening.
So last meeting, I talked about a couple of these situations about all of the bathrooms being locked. I'm still working on that with the principal. So we're finding a better way around that between the first 10 and the last 10 minutes of class, that those are usually locked. And during the, also having it out there to students that only the first floor of the bathrooms are unlocked, during lunch period. Also trying to find more ways for supervisors to know that a resource to them, because I've only been asking my friends and people like around my friends, who that's the only people I know that I talk to on a daily basis. And I'm trying to get other students to reach out to me who I don't know. Besides that, there's no other way that we have to.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for that report. All right, moving on, there are no special awards for this evening. Next up, we have our public comments on agenda items. Okay. I see one hand. Ms. Commodore?
Hi, my name is Mary Commodore, Secretary of Kimball High School. I wanted to talk about on page 13 of the agenda. It talked about Saturday school and after school tutoring for the middle school. It says the teachers, because it's a Title I, anyone who's doing the teaching and assisting in the curriculum and the education of the students, they're supposed to get the base rate. From my understanding, it's supposed to be separated for the $30 for the teacher and then $15 for a instructional assistant. From my understanding, they're both supposed to still get the $30. I was wondering, has that changed? Then on page 14, we do have an instructional assistant who's on the teaching slot of $30, but then there's another IA who's on page 13 as an instructional assistant, and he's getting 15. So from my understanding, because they're Title I, they're after school and they're part of the education, they're both supposed to get the same rate of pay. It shouldn't be divided up by their salary as per their contracts.
Oh, you in regards to instructional versus
Yeah,
teacher,
yeah.
okay.
So if that has changed, when did it change? If it hasn't, then they're both supposed to be getting the $30.
Okay, we can I'll make a note of this and we'll look into it, Ms. Commodore, so we can give you the correct information. Thank you. Are there any other public questions or comments in the audience? Do we have any online?
Nothing.
I do not see any online, Ms. Aubrey.
I don't see any. of them.
Thank you. Okay, we're gonna move on to our communications. Mr. Kaufman? Thank you, Mr. Kaufman. And next we'll have our committee reports. First committee report will be community relations.
You want me to read that?
Ms. Luella Richardson, Chair. Jen, you okay?
Yeah.
Ms. Hoff will read the report from Ms. Richardson.
Great. A1's School Director Recognition Month Resolution. I'm gonna read that. Whereas the role of locally elected school official has served the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and local communities in meeting the needs of public education since the passage of the Free School Act in 1834. Whereas these local boards have discharged their responsibilities to public education in a manner which has placed public education in the forefront of our educational systems. Whereas locally elected officials have distinguished themselves and their communities in this non-paid volunteer public service commitment. Whereas the contributions of these men and women should be recognized and appreciated by those who benefit from the workings of our public school system. Now therefore be it resolved that the Board of Directors of the Pennsylvania School Boards Association hereby proclaims the month of January as School Director Recognition Month in this Commonwealth. Further resolves that this proclamation be communicated to all school districts, school officials, and local communities in recognition of service locally elected officials provide to citizenry of this Commonwealth. Resolve the 18th day of December 2023. A special thanks to the William Penn School District Board of Directors for their service to the William Penn School District. Miss Monique Boykins, President, Miss Wadia Ivory, Vice President, board members, Mr. Callahan, Miss Valerie Cook Henry, Miss Jennifer Hoff, Miss Joanna Hopkins, Miss Luella Richardson, Mr. Jan Tong, and Mr. Robert E. Wright Sr. And school board representatives, Mr. Mohammed Bangura, Miss J.Lo Wise, Miss Morgan Askew Green, and Miss Elizabeth Faber. Thank you all. A2, Lansdowne Upper Darby Rotary Club November and December Student of the Month Awards. Adetola Adi Oyatu was Student of the Month for December. Calissa Beckett was Student of the Month for November 2023. Congratulations to those young people and their families. A3. Because it's feet and back. No. Oh, okay. Hold on. I can fix that. Oh, okay. I was led astray. A3 Giant Companies 2024 Feeding School Kids Roundup Program. Thank you so much to Giant Foods. A4 DCIU Parent Training Workshops. These workshops in general are awesome. If you can do them, you and your family will benefit. They are on January 16th, February 6th, March 12th, and April 8th. And you can sign up at the DCIU webpage, dciu.org. Heating Assistance, A5, Low Income Home Energy Assistance Program, LIHEAP. You can get information at www.dhs.pa.gov. Please do not hesitate to get that information to those that need it, even if you're not within the sound of our voice. A6, Harcum College's Dental Center offering free sealant day. That is February 19th, 2024. Please call 610-526-6015 quickly to get your free sealant. It will fill up. And that is it, Miss Ivory.
Thank you, Ms. Hall.
What?
Thank you. All right, next, we're moving on to our Education Committee agenda. Ms. Valerie Cook Henry.
Good evening, everyone. We want to release settlement agreement, and the motion is to approve the release and settlement agreement negotiated between the William Penn School District and the parents of students as indicated below. B2 is the expulsion waiver agreement, and the motion is to approve the terms of the expulsion waiver agreements negotiated between the Lincoln School District and the collective bargaining of the students as individuals. That concludes my report.
Thank you, Ms. Cook Henry. Next is the,
Well, that would be the second.
Second,
second. Any comments or questions?
Wait.
Yes.
oh, I skipped ahead again. Next.
Are there any? Hearing none, are those in favor? Any against? All right, motion passes. Personnel Committee agenda read by myself, Wadia Ivory. C1, there are no retirements. C2, there are no resignations. C3, appointments. We have professional staff, Rochelle Cariou, Sped LS at Ardmore Avenue, Taylor Young, teacher at Penwood Middle School, Thomas Zadori, teacher at Penwood Middle School as well, Ayana Benson, building secretary at East Lansdowne, and Sharice Karn, building secretary at the 9th grade academy. Welcome to the school district for all of those members. C4, changes in assignment. C5, leaves of absence. C6, mentors. We'll go through those. There's quite a bit. That's almost. C7, miscellaneous appointments. C8, tenure awards. There are none. And there are no, C9, there are no salary track changes. C10, there are no miscellaneous personnel items. And there are no modifications. As well as additions, there are none. And that concludes my report. Are there any comments or questions?
Someone can actually move it.
Is that-
I'm gonna have you move, if that's okay.
So moved.
Okay. thank you.
Second.
Okay.
Thank you.
That was my question.
Are there any comments or questions?
C5B, page 11, sorry.
C5B, yeah.
Yeah, it just seems like we're finding about the last one really late. Usually we have some overlap, but that one seems to be late. I wondered if it was correct.
Leaves of absence.
Are you
speaking
to C5B Alden? Is that the site?
Yes, yes.
Ms. Gardner, can you please speak to that item, please?
Thank you, Dr. Biko.
You're more than welcome.
Yeah, just project like loud.
His return date changed.
Oh, okay.
So it was the date in the agenda is the date that he came back, it was an earlier date. And the date, changed.
Thank
It
you.
wasn't late, it changed.
Got it. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any other comments or questions? Are there? Hearing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any nays? Okay, motion passes. All right, find the page. All right, moving on to the Property Committee agenda by Mr. Jan Tong.
Thank you, Madam Vice President. There is no report this evening. That concludes my report this evening.
Thank you, Mr. Tong.
You're the best, Mr. Tom.
All right. Our Policy Committee agenda.
Budget.
Budget.
Wait, I'm sorry.
Very.
Oh, right under. My apologies. Budget and Finance Committee agenda by Ms. Jennifer Hall.
Thank you, Ms. Ivory. E1 Treasurer's Report. E2, list of bills. You'll hear from us regarding, Budget Advisory Committee right after the holidays.
All
Can we get a second?
right. All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Any nays? All right, motion passes. Moving to our policy committee agenda by Ms. Joanna Hopkins.
Good evening, everyone. This is
Excuse me, Ms. Hopkins, can you get closer to the mic? We
Hold
can
on.
barely hear what you're saying.
Got the biggest mouth in the room.
Thank
Okay.
you so much. It is so great to hear your voice now.
So this is the second reading of policies 249 and 819. So we are recommending the motion to approve the second readings and adoption of the William Penn School District amended policies 249, which is regarding bully and cyberbullying under the pupils tab, and 819, which is suicide awareness, prevention, and response, which is under the operations tab, and to enter such readings and adoption into the minutes. That concludes my report.
Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any against? Motion passes. And we're now gonna move on to our solicitor's report. At this time.
No report, Madam Vice President.
Thank you, Mr. Khan. All right, now we're gonna move on to our reports. Our first report from the Delaware County Community College, Mr. Wright.
Unfortunately, I do not have a report due to my illness over the last week and a half, and also just recently the passing of my cousin, so I've been traveling to Virginia to his funeral. And I would have a report next month and some other recommendations.
Thank you, Mr. Wright. I'm glad to see you're back. Welcome back.
Thank you.
The
so much.
next two, excuse me, I'm sorry to interrupt. The next two reports, can we please move the mic closer to the people? It's very, very hard if you're on Zoom to hear what people are saying.
Receive. All right. Going on to our Delaware County Intermediate Unit, Ms. Joanna Hopkins.
I too had missed, our meeting for the December meeting due to illness. But I did want to reiterate, which was in your packet for the, committee report for, under A, community relations for the, parent training. Just to, let everyone know, that's on, page 6. Just to reiterate that, and just, if you can attend, please, go on the DCIU website. That was my report. Thank you and have a wonderful holiday.
Thank you, Ms. Hopkins. Moving to our Delaware County Legislative Council.
Thank you, Ms. Ivory. As many of you might have heard, the House of Representatives is having some roof work done. So they will be working from their home offices. No votes will take place in the House of Representatives for the next 3 months. But one of our reps said the Ad Props Committee will still be meeting. They start budget hearings in February. The Basic Education Funding Commission is supposed to release their report by January 11th, 2024. And so they're hoping for an on-time budget so far this year. As you know, last week they finished the 23-24 budget that we finished by June 30th. They just finished it, but there is some interesting things in there that maybe will be beneficial to us later. And House Bill 1422, what everyone is calling the low-hanging fruit of a cyber charter bill. One of the interesting things, it would result in about $2 million worth of savings for our district if we got it done. And there is a part of that bill that will sort of stipulate how much organizations like that can have in their fund balance. Because as you know, any money sitting in a cyber charter or regular charter fund balance is your tax dollars. So we're not saying that, you know, charters should not be allowed, choice is here to stay. But there should be some limit to how much of the taxpayers' money you can hold. For instance, $38 million seems not to be appropriate. So that's it. We continue meeting and proceed ahead. More in January. Thank you, Ms. Ivory.
Thank you, Ms. Hall.
Ms. Ivory, I have a question.
Yeah.
Where is the state and the Senate, whether or not they're gonna be moving forward to this new voucher program?
If you're talking about ESTC and
Yeah.
OSTC, that was approved in this budget.
For private schools as well?
It is solely for private schools.
Right. It was approved. Okay.
Yep.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
Get some, take some.
There is no old business for this meeting. There is no new business. All right, now we'll have public comments on non-agenda items, starting with our audience.
I got a question, that's all, with past it. So about this bullying policy, like, how is this going to be enforced now?
Let me repeat, how about if I repeat that? Dr. B Coates, maybe you can assign,
If you could repeat the question, we weren't really able to hear it that well.
okay,
Coming, Dr. Nico, I'm coming. Good
he,
evening. The bullying policy, how is it going to be enforced? This is supposed to be a policy, like, what are we going to do moving forward? Now that it's supposed to be in effect.
So typically, once a policy is approved, we will put administrative, if you will, procedures or regulations in place to support that policy. So I would say to you, stay tuned, because we will be providing specific information to schools that comes directly from the Student Services Office in terms of implementing the items that are in that actual policy. We will also communicate to our families the policy, what it means, and procedures or guidelines for implementing it. So that information will be coming out next month.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. And that sounds like my friend, Miss Mshinda. Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
Okay, it's great to see you this evening.
Be available tomorrow.
I will not be, unfortunately, Miss Mshinda, but I will follow up with you.
You know, we have a meeting tomorrow, so I'm gonna send you an email.
Thank you.
Home and school. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any other public comments on non-agenda items? Do we see any in the chat?
I'm looking right now.
I do not see any on Zoom.
Hearing none? All right, our future meetings, our policy meeting, committee meeting of the Board of School Directors will be held via Zoom at 6:30 p.m. on Thursday, January 4th. Property Committee meeting of the Board of School Directors will be held on via Zoom at 6:30 on Tuesday, January 9th, 2024. An Education Committee meeting of the Board of School Directors will be held via Zoom at 6:30 on Wednesday, January 10th, 2024. The next meeting of the Committee of the Whole will be held at 6:30 p.m. on Tuesday, January 16th, 2024, in the Administration Building Boardroom, 100 Green Avenue, Lansdowne, PA, and also via Zoom. A Budget and Finance Committee meeting of the Board of School Directors will be held via Zoom at 6:30 p.m. Thursday, January 18th, 2024. The next business meeting of the Board of School Directors will be held at 6:30 p.m. on Monday, January 22nd, 2024, in the Administration Building Boardroom, 100 Green Avenue, Lansdowne, PA, and also via Zoom. And a personnel committee meeting of the Board of School Directors will be held via Zoom at 6:30 PM on Tuesday, January 20th, 2024. And I will call this meeting to close. Adjourn this meeting. I wish everyone a happy holiday, a happy winter break, and a happy new year as well. We'll see everyone in January. Thank you so much.
20.